back again. Woo! Little unhappy after that Liverpool non-result, but you get me again. What's up, everybody? Live before lock. 3-game Sunday slate. I'm here again. You can't get enough of me today. And just in case you want even more, at the immediate conclusion of this show, can't stick around. Got a jet right at the 3:30 mark. Because at 3:35, I will be live, Sirius Radio, with your boy Laffy. Gonna hit on some NBA stuff, maybe some baseball, but gonna hop on, do 2 segments on Sirius, so come check it out. So, a little bit different since I last left you guys. No Kawhi Leonard. So that shook stuff up a little bit. Pascal Siakam now obviously very popular. Kyle Lowry obviously very popular, as they both should be. I prefer Siakam to Lowry on DraftKings and on FanDuel and on Yahoo. So don't be afraid to go to Pascal Siakam. Seems like pretty reasonable chalk for me today. I don't see an issue. We'll hit mostly questions since I've already done a lap through this stuff. I don't really have an issue with Ibaka plus Siakam on a 3-game slate, but I won't have a ton of Ibaka. But yeah, there's no reason to not play them together. Craziness, man. That Kawhi news. Didn't see that coming. Oh, damn, I'm thirsty. No, the Siakam chocolate, I mean, it makes perfect sense. He's going to play every minute he can handle. The game should be closer now, and he's been a lot better with Kawhi Leonard off the floor, as has a lot of these guys. So, that's where I'm at. Jeremy Lin chalk is interesting to me. Or at least, maybe not chalk. Maybe chalk's not the right word. 25% plus owned Jeremy Lin kind of makes me nervous. Want to make a bet that Ibaka outscores Siakam. I mean, I think Siakam outscores him probably 70-30. Something in that neighborhood. Aldridge or Siakam is an interesting question. We hop over there. It's probably Aldridge for me. I assume I'll have more Aldridge than Siakam. Oh, what else we got coming in? I'm going to keep an eye on Slack. Got to keep an eye on YouTube. Hit the first of all, hit the Hit the like button if you're hanging out with me today for the second time, or if you're here for the first time. And then live before lock, different promo code. One big word, live before lock. Same benefit, 50% off your first month with us. Come check that out as well. Ooh, we got quite the crew. I'll step my game up. I'm just working on my DraftKings lineups now. Lock at 3:30, obviously. Double slate on FanDuel early, and then the 2-gamer later. If I'm looking at FanDuel for the Toronto and Orlando game, which I assume is most important, Siakam and Lowry are the clear plays for me on FanDuel. I think that Norm Powell and OG as punt plays on FanDuel work pretty well. I don't really think that either guy is in a fantastic spot, but from a drop perspective, Powell and OG would be the guys that I'd be looking to. On the Orlando side, it's 4 dudes for me. And this is, again, FanDuel specifically. Vooch, number 1. John Isaac, Aaron Gordon, and Evan Fournier. If you want to get weird on a DJ Augustin play, go ahead. No Isaiah Briscoe. I assume that Jerian Grant just soaks up most of those minutes, so I'm not too worried about it. Color coordination. It's a Daniel Sturridge hat and a Liverpool kit, not a Daniel Sturridge kit. So, as far as I'm concerned from the Raptors Magic game, nothing's really changed. I just like the guys I liked before a lot more. It hasn't really opened up anything for me. Got a question in Premium Slack on my thoughts on Lou Williams for a GPP. I basically agree with his ownership. I'd have a little bit less on FanDuel, and probably right around the same amount as the public on DK. So nothing crazy for me. What else we got? Yeah, Vooch is in a good spot. Favorite low-owned scrub on DraftKings? I mean, I guess that would just be like, who do I have the most of that's low-owned? So, DSJ probably, if he's 6%. Kevin Knox, Luke Cornett. I guess the Knicks. So, that's a little scary. That water is tasty. Lou, Gallo, or Harrell. Pick one on DK. Probably Lou, although you'll get the most leverage out of Harrell. So, depending on what the rest of your lineup looks like, it's Lou Williams from a just general perspective. If you're really chalky everywhere and need to differentiate a little bit, I don't see the difference between Lou Will and Harrell being all that huge, so I would go to Harrell then. Oh, man. What else we got? Come on, Josh, take that Liverpool jersey off. No way. Can't do it. Can't do it. Mitchell Robinson's still in play. Yeah, I see no reason why he wouldn't be. Grades out as a C/A in Alex's rankings. I still fully expect him to play, upwards 26 plus minutes, I would imagine. I'm going to have just an overwhelming amount of him. Yeah, unfortunately, I do still like the Knicks. Not happy about it, but Spurs defense has just been pretty bad. So if that game can possibly stay close, the guys that get the extra minutes in New York are going to be in a good spot. Murray or Lowry, FanDuel early. I assume it's Murray for me. I'm higher on Murray than just about everybody else. Yeah, it's Murray. Cornette or Robinson. Depends on the site. I would... and it depends how chalky you want to be. These Knicks guys are not getting a lot of ownership, so that's either going to make me look really smart or really dumb. I know where my money's at. I feel like I need to make a tweak to Mitchell Robinson's projection. He just feels too high. I might make a small tweak and see how much that changes him. If I drop Mitchell Robinson to 26 minutes and I take an additional let's just move those minutes to Mario Hezonja, who is a pain in the ass. What happens if I give Hezonja the minutes? Yeah, so I'll still like quite a bit of Mitchell Robinson. Cornette is also quite terrifying. Let's walk him back. Let's walk him down. We can alternate on there. Yeah, I feel a little bit more comfortable there. Thoughts on fading tonight's slate? I can't advocate that. I'm here, but tough. Shamit as a punt on FanDuel. The question for Huey. I don't see the need. I'd rather just spend less money. I'm not a big Landry Shamit guy. He's really bad. Are we playing Lowry in 150 lineups today or not? No, it's not even remotely close. I probably wouldn't have him in 75. Alrighty, we've got 34 minutes to lock, just for everybody that's listening along. Antoine Galloway. Cornette scares me. Yeah, Cornette scares me too, my man. I am not fond of him after that last performance. I hope that keeps people off of him. I have no idea if it will. I'm going to do my crunch and get at least some placeholders in for right now. You guys can watch me do everything that I normally do. Alrighty. Upload projections. Get your questions in. We've got more than a little bit of time to answer questions today. So that'll be easy. Where'd chat go? Whoop. There we go. Cam Birch. I don't know about that one. Not sure how my Lowry stand doesn't change after the Kawhi news. What didn't change? Just because I wouldn't have him in 150 out of 150 lineups doesn't mean that I don't like him. I just don't like him as much as the public. He's clearly a fantastic play, but I don't think that I would have him. You know, we're projecting him at 47% on DraftKings right now. I just don't want to have that much. Who are you guys paying up for if you aren't playing Vooch and Jokic? I don't get it. The mid-tier guys aren't popping. Vooch, Jokic, Lowry is fire. It is fire. All of those guys are really good. Who becomes an absolute lock now for Toronto? No one. I mean, Siakam, if anybody, but no one. Nope. Josh just doesn't want to play 150 lineups with Lowry because I don't see the need. Damn, that's a lot of questions. Assuming you fade Jokic for Vooch on FanDuel early, would Millsap be a necessity? No, absolutely not. I don't see them as a correlated play whatsoever. Lowry or DeRozan on a DK GPP? I assume DeRozan. Yeah, DeRozan by a lot. Can I talk about the Knicks? More than probably anybody else will today. I really like Dennis Smith Jr. if he's 6% owned, even with Moutier back. I'll be over the field on Mitchell Robinson. I'll be over the field on Noah Vonleh. I'll be over the field on Kevin Knox. I'll be over the field on Luke Cornett. None of that stuff makes me happy because they are the Knicks. Dave's posting shitty graphs in Slack, so there we go. There's that. Ibaka and Siakam, or Siakam and Harrell. You can basically just ask me if I would prefer Ibaka or Harrell. That would probably be an easier question. And I would rather have Harrell than Ibaka. What does no Briscoe do? You can guarantee that Briscoe gets a 0 today. Josh, would you fade Lowry and go Green, Powell, Fournier on Yahoo? I would say Yahoo is the place that I like Lowry the least. I think it's pretty easy to get away from a $34 price tag there. Okay, look, if I played 150 lineups on FanDuel today, I would probably have Lowry in like a third. I would probably have like 25% of him on DraftKings. So, anybody that thinks that I'm like against Kyle Lowry, it's not that much. I just don't like him as much as the public is all. What about Aldridge? Love him. Love him. All right, let's clean up my lineups a little bit here. Delete my garbage. Get back in there. 4, 8. Ooh, 4, 8, 12. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. That'll work. I oddly like this slate, even though it is a downright pain in the butt. You end up rostering a lot of guys that like you don't normally want to cheer for, which is fine and all, but all right, 20 more lineups, and then we can get a good idea of where we stand. Oop, lost chat again. I wish I could make that stay on top. Stream Football HD, goodbye, sir. Derek White, not for me. Don't know how many minutes he plays. Thoughts on Will Barton? 27% projected ownership, rated A. Bad form. What do you mean bad form? Like he is in bad form? There's no such thing as form. I pretty much agree with the public. He's right where he should be. What about Isaiah Thomas? Exactly. What about Isaiah Thomas? Murray or Barton? Murray. Don't play Kadeem Allen. He's not with the team. Jokic over under 55.8 fantasy points. I have my own projections. They are both under that number. Barton has sucked. Who cares? What do I think of White? I mean, he's who he always is. We just don't know how much time he's going to be on the floor. Sounded like I was about to rip off the numbers from last. You mean 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, and 42? Yeah, I was a bit of a lost nerd. All right, let's take a look at my lineups and get some placeholders in. Let's export here. And open up template. Outside of Lowry at FanDuel, what would I do with Bev, SGA, Lynn, Augustine, Shamet? Oh, man, that is a rough question because I don't think that I would have a lot of any of those guys. Let me take a look, though. So it would be Lynn, Shamet, Beverly, Augustine. I wouldn't have SGA. And I would have none of those guys over 10%. There you go, T McB. So DSJ over Lowry, if making one line, I don't know what you're hearing, but that is not something that I would probably recommend. I mean, if that's the last move you're making and it's like a pivot to get away from some sort of chalk, go for it. But no, I definitely prefer Kyle Lowry to DSJ. There's no need to get too cute on days like this, even though people think that you need to. Briere or Powell? Probably Powell. Depends which site. All right, let's refresh. And we need 76 lineups. Let's see. Let's see what we get first. Everybody chalky. No, everybody is not chalky. The chalk is chalky. Am I over the field on Jokic? Probably, but I'll probably try to just stay with it. All right, so as of right now, I would have way too much Mitchell Robinson. Not that I'm upset about it, but let's walk that down a bit. I don't need that much Jamal Murray either. If I got to 50... Yeah, that's probably fine. Let's take a look at that. It's all starting, eh? Well, there we go. Look, Serge Ibaka is still going to play close to 30 minutes today. No need to get too worried about it. Alrighty. Well, let's go make some updates. I assume we can get Marc Gasol to 26 minutes now. And I assume that I could comfortably just take 2 minutes from Serge Ibaka, give him 28, and call it a day. Big burrito in the house. Here we go. Get that burrito in, people. Get that burrito in. I don't think that Ibaka is a fade now, so much that like I didn't like him at all today to begin with. So there's that. I think, yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with that. Marc Gasol immediately becomes quite tasty. Look, to me, Ibaka was a fade before that happened. But get your burritos in now, folks. Team Burrito. Downgrade to Vooch with Gasol starting. They're not correlated to me. $6,400 off the bench is a fade. I think it was a fade when it wasn't off the bench. What kind of hat is this? It's a Daniel Sturridge hat. Ooh, okay. That's fun. Fun news there. All right, first things first. Let's just get some placeholders in. Because never want to be left without your goods. So, kaboom. Go ahead and get that in there. Close, save. I believe, in my honest opinion, that LaMarcus Aldridge is chalk with Kyrie Leonard out. Yeah, it's Kawhi, first and foremost. And he is chalk. We provide ownership projections. Gasol over Robinson on DK. Now, that's a good question. Probably not. I would probably still want Robinson, but it's a lot closer than it was before. What was I just doing? Oh yeah, uploading my CSV. Alrighty, placeholders are in. I think Siakam takes a slight upgrade with Gasol being in the lineup. I don't know why that would be an upgrade or a downgrade. Gasol or Gay? Probably Gasol. Marc Gasol will not be the point guard today. That is a really weird distinction to make. Pretty confident that it'll still be Kyle Lowry, but I'm going to go out on a limb there. My favorite Nick is Mitchell Robinson, although Noah Vonleh is a close second because of his price. That's funny. What else we got coming in, people? 775. That's a good Sunday. How many minutes do I think Gasol gets now? I have him in for 26. I figure, and my partner in crime, Fast Eddie Fear, also agrees. Gasol and Ibaka will probably split and should split the center minutes as per usual. They have played a little bit alongside of each other. I think that's probably a little bit more likely on a day like today with Kawhi out, but nothing crazy. But they should. I would be very surprised if anybody else had a center minute today, unless the game just is a total blowout one way or the other. 18 minutes left. If you're looking to get your lineups in before the 3:30 lock, and if you're bored at 3:30 and don't want to watch the 3:30 Raptors Magic game, tune in at 3:35 to listen to myself and Laffy talk on Sirius Radio. Lynn, Beasley, Bev, or Shamit? None of the above. Zubac to play on DK. I forgot he was on the slate. Sure. Depends how many lineups you're playing. I probably wouldn't play him. I'd play him in 1 out of 20 if I were in a 20 max. I probably wouldn't touch him in a 1-3-5 or anything like that. What else we got here? Thoughts on the weaker value at shooting guard, small forward? It's hard to answer that question. Can we get a late scratch Ibaka? I hope not. Would I advise fading Jokic for Robinson and Gasol? I mean, it depends what the rest of your lineup looks like. I like all three of those guys. Ah, boy. We've got 17 minutes. Is Moutier in play on DK? Yeah, I'll have an average amount of him. T McB, I think you can make a case that you could like full on punt with Bryn Forbes or something. Or what's Jerry and Grant at? Or like full on punt Jerry and Grant, maybe. That's what you're saying. Yeah, I see. I'd be more likely to full on punt there. Although if you're planning on being under on Murray, that's where we differ because I probably wouldn't. DSJ or Lowry? Man, we are getting the same questions. I prefer Lowry, but I like DSJ more than probably anybody else. My bad, T McB. Granted, be the play then. Patty Mills for the win. Kinda. Look, this Knicks team is a mess. And waiting until 7:30 to take the beating isn't going to be all that fun. I'm going to recrunch once I get an ownership update. I was feeling pretty good about those that first batch, but now with Gasol starting, I definitely need to rerun. Fournier or Gasol? Ooh, that one's tough. Let's see. Fournier at 11, Gasol at 20. Oh no, it's less tough than I expected. Marc Gasol. How do I see Isaiah Thomas on DK? Really difficult to see him because he's so little. Moutier on Yahoo. I assume he's minimum salary based on the way that you're asking that question. Nope, $18. Yeah, he's fine. If you're playing one of those 10 max tournaments, you could have him in 2, I think. I don't have much interest in Gary Harris because I don't know how many minutes he plays. GPP flyer only. Lots of people looking to get Isaiah Thomas. I'm not sure I understand it. Oh, not lots of people. Same exact person. That makes more sense. Gay or Millsap, DK GPP. 1837, 2132. Millsap. Moutier or Murray DK GPP. I mean, it's impossible to answer that question. Murray is miles and miles and miles ahead of him. Plumlee tonight? A little bit. Nothing crazy. What else we got? Any San Antonio punts on DK? Yeah. Bertans, Bellinelli. If depending on what you consider a punt, like Bryn Forbes, I guess. But Bertans and Bellinelli would be the two that I would prefer them greatly. Beverly or Robinson? Robinson, not close. I assume you mean Mitchell Robinson and not the Robinson on the Clippers. Should you be using auto drop player for Cruncher? Yes. OG or Powell in a FanDuel GPP? I assume Powell. Yeah, Powell. Temple over McCaw, yeah. I don't have any real interest in OG Anunoby. IT is in play on a 2-game slate. If you want to play him, go for it. Sure. I don't agree with that statement whatsoever. But if he's in play, then everybody's in play. Yeah, I'm not confused by my answer. It's still OG Anunoby. Don't care that he's starting. He's still OG Anunoby, just in case anybody's curious. He's a 0.65 fantasy point per minute guy over the last 30. He's not going to shoot. Look, can he get there? Can he get a couple steals or something? Bang a couple corner threes? Sure. If OG Anunoby hurts me today, I'm willing to take that. Robert, I'm going to stop answering your questions because you just put them in caps and they're really awful. So try again. Come back in 5 minutes. Ownership is updated. Here we go. I'm going to sneeze at some point in time too. All right. DraftKings ownership. Kablamo. Kyle Lowry, 53%. Man, I'm either going to look real smart or real dumb by being underweight there. The one day that I'm not confident in it after smashing him every other time. Should be interesting. Alrighty. Here we go. Kyle Lowry, 53. Alright, let's crunch. Get our lineups in. God, this is so much fun. Ross or Powell on DK? I assume Ross. Do I try to control who your auto drop players are? Absolutely, of course. Why would I want to just play guys that I didn't put in my lineup on purpose? Is Powell still a good play? I mean, he wasn't a good play before that. Vooch's matchup is no different with Marc Gasol than it is with Serge Ibaka. If it is, it's a percentage point in either direction. Alrighty, upload projections. Close. My projections. Crunch. 8 minutes, everybody. It's going to be a tight squeeze here. Weird. Yeah, I would have Harrell over Gallo. It's close. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this might take a while. 1, 2, 4. This is going to be a really fun slate. And I'm really nervous for the amount of Knicks that I'm getting, as you can see by all the... Well, you can't see the orange on my screen. Or I play Siakam, Gasol, and Lowry in the same lineup. You can. It's not my favorite thing in the world. Why all the Mitchell Robinson love? Brian C. No DeAndre Jordan. All right. Export. DK Crunch. Alrighty, so let's just see what this looks like to start. Lou Will over DSJ? Yes. Ace King, can we do ownership? No. But you can just pay for it if you'd like. Live before lock is the promo code, 50% off. Alrighty. So I'm most over the field on Mitchell Robinson, Jamal Murray, Vonleh, and DeRozan. I do not have a ton of confidence in being that far over on Murray, so I'm going to walk that back just a little bit. We'll see where we end up. 6 minutes, everybody. Get there. Does anyone really like Gasol? Yeah, of course. Monty Good plug. Yeah, it is a plug. Here's also my third plug for Sirius Radio directly after this show. All right, little better there. Where am I coming in on Lowry? Yeah, underweight. Perfectly acceptable in my opinion. Fine there. Mitchell Robinson is the guy. It scares me a little bit. I'm going to walk that down just a bit and then put these lineups in. Ibaka might eat coming off the bench. I don't hate it at all. Lawrence Harris, I have no idea what that question is. Ace King, I will bet you absolutely nothing for a month free. How's that? Vonleh over Bertans, DK. Yeah, that's not even remotely close. Alrighty, let's get these lineups in. We'll take a peek and see where I stand. But remember, I have to drop off immediately. We've got some serious radio to deal with. I have so much Jokic, it's insane. Alrighty, lineups are in. Now they are uploading. Boom. We got lineups in. So let's talk exposures first. I'll let everybody know where I stand. So my heaviest owned guys above the field are Mitchell Robinson, 63%. Noah Vonleh, 56%. Will Barton, 54%, which I do not want to do. So I need to back that down immediately. Through 20, let's go 30. Who else is going to jump up way more than I would like? That might be it. Need to hustle now. Yeah, I don't think that we all know that it's a Trier day. I'm not sure I got that memo today. All right, most over the field: Vonleh, Robinson, DeRozan, Cornette, Murray, Knox, Barton, Smith, Moutier. I'm on Team Knicks today, which makes me nauseous, to say the least. All right. Countdown is on. 3 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go, actually. PC Vials, you can do anything you want in a GPP. That's actually super incorrect. That's probably the best kept secret in DFS as of right now. You don't need to do all of that ridiculous 1% nonsense. It's probably going to get you in the losing column. There we go. How many minutes for Vonleh? Who knows, man? Too many? Not enough? How many minutes for Gasol? I have 26 in. Well, yeah, you can put whoever you want in your lineup. You just shouldn't. One more minute, guys. Get your stuff in. You have 45 seconds, and then I am dropping off. So, thank you for joining me here. Live before lock in the books, Sunday in the books. I'll be back tomorrow morning with Adam breaking down the entire Monday slate. Live before lock, the promo code. Hit that like button and sign up with us. 50% off. Best of luck in these Sunday contests. I'll still be around a little bit later as well if you need to hit me up in Slack. But come check me out on Sirius. Tell Lofty what up. All right, guys. 3:29 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are done. Best of luck, everybody. I'm out of here. Go Knicks.